UN 영어뉴스 5 dead on Titan sub were true explorers. OceanGate. The 5 people who died on the Titan submersible were true explorers. The company who operated the Vibe had said. The men shared a distinct spirit of adventure, said OceanGate in a statement. The 5 died in what the U.S. Coast Guard believes was a catastrophic implosion. Parts of the submersible were found on Thursday, approximately 1,600 feet from the bow of the Titanic wreck. It had disappeared on Sunday. The men on board the sub included Stockton Rush, the 61-year-old CEO of OceanGate, British Pakistani businessman Shahzada Dawood, 48, and his son Suleiman, 19, and British businessman Hamish Harding, 58. The fifth man on board, Paul Henry Nageolet, was a 77-year-old former French Navy diver and renowned explorer. Brother and son Shahzada and Suleiman Dawood, pictured in March 2023 at Engross Sports Weekend in Pakistan. At a news conference on Thursday, Rear Admiral John Morgan of the U.S. Coast Guard said that the debris is believed to be consistent with the Titan submersible. It is unclear what led to the destruction of the Titan, but it has emerged that the U.S. Navy may have heard the implosion. A Navy official told CBS News that an acoustic anomaly consistent with an implosion was detected shortly after the Titan lost contact with the surface. The disappearance of the vessel led to a massive international search involving US, Canadian, British, and French teams. OceanGate said it appreciated their commitment to finding these 5 explorers and their days and nights of tireless work in support of our crew and their families. Azme Dawood told NBC News that her nephew Suleiman was terrified before going on the trip, but braved the journey because he was eager to please his father. I feel disbelief, she said. It's an unreal situation. The family of Mr. Harding described him as one of a kind. He was a passionate explorer, whatever the terrain, who lived his life for his family, his business, and for the next adventure, the family said in a statement released by Mr. Harding's company, Action Aviation. What he achieved in his lifetime was truly remarkable, and if we can take any small consolation from this tragedy, it's that we lost him doing what he loved. Dive expert David Means said he lost 2 friends, Mr. Harding and Mr. Nageolet, in a most horrific way. Hamish Harding was a terrific character, Mr. Means said, adding that Mr. Nageolet was almost a legend, really, in the field of deep-sea exploration. Rear Admiral John Morgan of the U.S. Coast Guard confirms the Titan sub was lost. Also paying tribute was Richard Garriott, Kayaux, president of the US-based Explorers Club, of which Mr. Harding and Mr. Nagioli were members. In a statement, he said that the organization is heartbroken and that the memories of the man will be a blessing and will continue to inspire us in the name of science and exploration. How was the wreckage found? The debris was located by a remote-controlled underwater search vehicle, ROV. Separate pieces were discovered that allowed authorities to confirm they came from the Titan, including a tail cone. Rear Admiral Morgan said he did not have an answer on whether the bodies of the 5 men on board were likely to be recovered. This is an incredibly unforgiving environment down there on the seafloor, he said. Robes will remain in the area as the investigation into what happened continues, Rear Admiral Morgan added. The search personnel, including medical experts and technicians, will be sent home over the next 24 hours. Experts told the BBC that gathering and analyzing the debris, particularly the carbon fiber that the main hull was made of, may shed some light on the cause of the disaster. In the case that this is a catastrophic failure of the main housing, the submersible would have been subjected to incredibly high pressures, equivalent to the weight of the Eiffel Tower, tens of thousands of tons compressing the vessel, said Professor Blair Thornton from the University of Southampton. We are talking about a very powerful implosion of the main housing. Earlier this week, authorities said that Canadian aircraft had detected underwater sounds, which some experts speculated may have been a sign that the submersible's passengers were still alive. The Coast Guard now believes there was no connection between the noises and the location at which the debris was found on the sea floor. The Titanic wreck site is approximately 370 miles off the coast of Newfoundland.